In this presentation, I am going to present how to determine the moment of two-span continuous beam using moment distribution method. Already we have discussed in last class how to determine the moment of two-span continuous beam when both ends are fixed. So today we will discuss when one end is fixed and other end is hinged. You know to determine the moments using the moment distribution method of any continuous beam. So these are the steps. First, you have to take all ends of the beam are fixed and you have to find out the fixed end moments. Then the second step is calculate distribution factors for all members meeting at a joint. Then the third step that you have to balance a joint by distributing balancing moment to various members meeting at the joint proportional to their distribution factors, and do similar exercise for all the joints. This is the third step. You have to balance a joint by distributing the balancing moment to various members meeting at the joint proportional to their distribution factor. Then what is the fourth step? Carry over half the distributed moment to the far ends of the members. This upsets the balance of the joint. You know, this is after balancing the moment, then you have to go for the carry over the half of the distributed moment to the far end of the same members. Then what is the fifth step? Repeat steps 3 and 4 till distributed moments are negligible. So this is the steps that you have to repeat, that step 3 and 4, that you have to go for the balance of a joint, then you have to go for a carry over the half of the moment to the far end of the members. This is the steps that you have to repeat till getting the distributed moments are negligible. Then the last step that you have to sum up all the moments at a particular end of the member to get the final moment. These steps already you know in the class. So you have to remember these steps. So first step is you have to find out the fixed end moments. Second step, you have to find out the distribution factor. So for distribution factor, first you have to find out the relative stiffness of the members. Then you have to find out the relative stiffness of the joints. Then you have to find out the distribution factors. Then you have to go for the balance of a joint. Then the next step is carry over the half of the moment to the far end of the members. Then you have to repeat the steps, the balancing and carry over till getting the distributed moments negligible. Then finally you have to take the sum of all the moments at a particular end of the member to get the final moment. So these are the steps you have to remember. Analyze the continuous beam by moment distribution method. So already this question we have discussed in the class. This is two-span continuous beam, and this is 1, 2, 3, and this is span 1, 2 and span 2, 3. Span 1, 2 length 5 meter, span 2, 3 length 7.5 meter, and on span 1, 2 there is having one concentrated load at the midpoint of the span 100 kilonewton, and on span 2, 3 there is having the uniform distributed load 20 kilonewton by meter throughout the span. And the moment of inertia of span 1, 2 is given I, and moment of inertia span 2, 3 is given 3I. What is first step? First step to find out the fixed end moments. The first step to assume the end of all spans are fixed, and you have to find out the fixed end moments. So first you find out for span 1, 2, then find out for span 2, 3. So find out MF1, 2 and MF2, 1. Then find out MF2, 3 and MF3, 2. Already you know MF1, 2, this is when the concentrated load is present at the midpoint of the span 1, 2. So what is the moment? Minus WL by 8. that is minus 100 into 5 by 8. This is your equal to minus 62.5 kilonewton meter. Then MF21 is your equal to plus 100 into 5 by 8. This is plus 62.5 kilonewton meter. Then MF23 minus L square by 12. So W is given 20 and L is given 7.5. So MF23 is equal to minus 20 into 7.5 square by 12. This is minus 93.75 kilonewton meter. And MF32 plus 20 into 7.5 square by 12. This is plus 93.75 kilonewton meter. Then find out the relative stiffness of the members. So you know this is the moment of inertia of span 1-2 is given I, and the length of span 1-2 is given 5 meter. So what is the relative stiffness of the member 1-2? K12 is equal to I by 5. Similarly, what is the relative stiffness of the member 2-3? So here the moment of inertia is given 3I and the length of the member is 7.5. So relative stiffness of this 2-3 span is 3I by 7.5. K23 is equal to K32 is equal to 3I by 7.5. Then find out the relative stiffness of the joint. So here this is the joint. So for this joint you have to find out what is the relative stiffness of K2. So K2 is equal to K21 plus K23. K2 is equal to K21 plus K23. So this is equal to I by 5 plus 3I by 7.5. You know K21 is equal to I by 5 and K23 is equal to 3I by 7.5. So this is the relative stiffness of the member. So you have to put here and you have to find out what is the relative stiffness of the joint. Then what is the next step? Then you have to find out the distribution factor. So here you see, so if the end is fixed, so what is the distribution factor? You have to take 0. If the end is fixed, then you have to take the distribution factor is your 0. If the end is simply supported, you have to take the distribution factor 1. So here the end is fixed. The distribution factor is 0 for this end. R12 and R32 is equal to 0. R12 and R32 is equal to 0. Then find out what is the distribution factor for R21 and R23. For R21 is equal to K21 divided by K2. And you know what is the K21 and what is K2? You have to put here K21 is equal to I by 5 and K2 is equal to I by 5 plus 3I by 7.5 is equal to 1 by 3. Similarly, find out the distribution factor for R23 is equal to K23 divided by K2. K23 divided by K2. So K23 you know 3I by 7.5 divided by I by 5 plus 3I by 7.5. This is the relative stiffness of the joint. Then after simplification you get R23 is equal to 2 by 3. Then you know R32 is equal to 0. So these are the distribution factor. Then you know that how to distribute and carry over the moment. So this is the continuous beam. Then just below the support at 1, 2, 3 draw vertical line. First you write the distribution factor. You got the distribution factor for 1, 2, 0 and for 2, 1, 1 by 3 and for 2, 3, 2 by 3 and for 3, 2, 0. So these are the distribution factor. Then you write the piston moments. You got here the piston moments. MF12 minus 62.50, MF21 plus 62.50, MF23 minus 93.75 and MF32 plus 93.75. So these are the piston moments you write in corresponding column. This is 1, 2, 3. So MF12 you write here and MF21 you write here and MF23 you write here and MF32 you write here. Just in corresponding column you write the piston moments and distribution factor. First you write the distribution factor, then you write the piston moments. Then what is the next step? Then you have to go for balancing a joint. So here you see, so this is the piston moment and this moment you have to balance by multiplying with the distribution factor. Here minus 62.5 into 0, 0. And at joint 2, what is the net moment? At joint 2, what is the net moment? 62.5 minus 93.75. So what is the net moment here? 62.5 minus 93.75. What is the moment you got here? That moment, the net moment you have to multiply with 1/3 and you have to put here in opposite sign. And this net moment you have to multiply it with 2/3 and you have to put in opposite sign. So what is the net moment or unbalanced moment are joined to? That you have to multiply with the distribution factor and you have to put the moment in opposite side in corresponding column. Here also you have to multiply the net unbalanced moment into 2/3 and you have to put in opposite sign. And here the moment is your 93.75 into 0 and this is 0. So these are the balancing of the unbalanced moment. Then you have to draw here one line. Then what is the next step? You have to go for the carryover, the half of the moment. So this moment will carry over to this side, half of the moment, and this moment will carry over to this side, this moment will carry over to this side, this moment will carry over to this side. You know, here the moment 0, so 0, and here the moment 10.42, and this moment, half of this moment will carry over this side. This is 10.42, so here this is 5.21. Similarly, here 20.83, so half of this moment will carry over to the other end of the member, 10.42, and here this is 0, so here this is 0. So this is the carryover of the moment. Then this is the balancing the moment, because here you see, so this is the carryover moment, and this moment into 0, 0, and here what is the net moment? What is the net moment? 0, 0 into 1/3, 0, 0 into 2/3, 0, and here what is the net? 10.42 into 0, 0. So these are the balancing the carryover moment. Then take the sum of all the moments in corresponding column and you put here, and that is the final moment. Here you see this is minus 62.5, this is 0, plus 5.21, this is 0. Then you take the total moment here, and this is the final moment. Take the sum of these moments, and this is the final moment. And here you see this is 62.5 and this is 10.42, this is 0 and 0. So what is the sum of these moments? This is plus 72.92, and here you take the sum of these moments, minus 93.75 plus 20.83, 0, 0. So this is minus 72.92, and here you take the sum of these moments, plus 93.75, 0, plus 10.42, 0. So this is plus 104.17. So these are the final moments. M12 minus 57.29 and M21 72.92, M23 minus 72.92 and M32 this is 104.17. Always you have to check. So adjoint the sum of the moments should be 0. Adjoint to, so this side you got 72.92 and this side you got minus 72.92. So what is the sum of the moment? Adjoint to, this is your 0. So these are the final moments. M12 minus 57.29, M21 72.92 kilonewton meter, M23 minus 72.92 kilonewton meter, M32 plus 104.17 kilonewton meter. Then what is the next step? Then you have to draw the bending moment diagram. You know that how to draw the bending moment diagram. Already we have discussed in previous methods. First, you have to find out the maximum positive moment at midpoint of 1, 2. Because here you see, for span 1, 2, this is the load is given at the midpoint, 100 kilonewton. And on span 2, 3, the load is given UDL, 20 kilonewton by meter. So due to this load, what is the positive moment for span 1, 2? And what is the positive moment for span 2, 3? You have to find out first. Free bending moment. Maximum positive moment at midpoint of 1, 2. 100 into 5/4, WL/4, you know. So this is 125 kilonewton meter. Maximum positive moment at midpoint of 2, 3. So this is WL square by 8, 20 into 7.5 square by 8, 140.63 kilonewton meter. So this is the positive moment for span 1, 2 and for span 2, 3. Then draw the bending moment diagram. Here you know M12 is 57.29 and M21 72.92. Then M23 minus 72.92. This side anti-clockwise. Here this is clockwise, and here this is anti-clockwise. 72.92. Then M32 is equal to 104.17 positive clockwise. These are the moment direction. So here this is the moment direction, anti-clockwise. This is negative, this is anti-clockwise, and here this is clockwise positive, and here this is negative anti-clockwise, and here this is clockwise positive. And then you draw the negative moment diagram. So due to this support moment, so this is the moment diagram. This is the moment diagram, and due to this loading, external loading, so this is the positive bending moment diagram. Here this is 125, and here this is 140.63 kilonewton meter. Then the remaining, the final bending moment diagram, this is negative. This portion is cancelled due to negative and positive, and this portion is also cancelled due to negative and positive. So this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. Then you can find out what is the maximum positive moment here and what is the maximum positive moment here. That you know that how to find out this moment. By taking the similar triangle, you can find out this ordinate. Then after deducting this ordinate from the total, you can find out this maximum positive moment. Here also you can find out the maximum positive moment. So this is all about the analysis of two-span continuous beam. You can also find out reactions by taking the individual span 1, 2 and 2, 3. You have to find out the reactions. Then you have to find out the shear force at different positions. Then also you can plot the shear force diagram. Then coming to the second question. So here given, here this is 1, 2, 3, two-span continuous beam, but here the one support is your fixed and 3 support is given simply supported. In previous question, 1 and 3 both are fixed, but here the support 1 is fixed and the support 3 is simply supported. So you know the steps. First you have to find out the friction moments. So this is your same as you got in first question. These are the friction moments. Then you have to find out the relative stiffness of the members. Relative stiffness of members, here you see for span 1, 2, the relative stiffness of the member is your I by 5. But for span 2, 3, here you have to find out the relative stiffness of the members by taking 3 by 4 into 3i by 7.5. Already you know in theory, when the end is simply supported, so for that span, you have to find out the relative stiffness of the member 3i for I by L. Modified relative stiffness of the member if the end is simply supported. So here the end is simply supported. So for this span, you have to find out the relative stiffness. This is 3 by 4 into 3i by 7.5. 3 by 4 into 3i by 7.5. So this is equal to 3i by 10. So this is the relative stiffness of the member 2, 3. K23 or K32 is equal to 3 by 4 into 3i by 7.5. And for 1, 2 span, you have to take here I by L simply, I by 5. K12 is equal to K21 is equal to I by 5. Then you have to find out what is the relative stiffness of the joint 2. For joint 2, K2, K21 plus K23, you know here K21 is equal to I by 5 and K23 is equal to 3i by 10. I by 5 plus 3i by 10. So this is equal to 5i by 10 is equal to I by 2. The relative stiffness of the joint is equal to I by 2. Then find out the distribution factor. Distribution factor. You know, if the end is fixed, so what is the distribution factor? The distribution factor is equal to 0. If the end is fixed, you have to take the distribution factor 0. And if the end is simply supported, you take the distribution factor is 1. Here you take R12 is equal to 0 and R32 is equal to 1. If the end is simply supported, you take the distribution factor, this is 1, R32 1, and R12 0. Then find out the other distribution factor, that is R21 and R23. R21 is equal to K21 divided by K2, and R23 is equal to K23 divided by K2. R21 is equal to K21 by K2, but you know K21 is equal to I by 5, and K2 is equal to I by 5 plus 3I by 10. So this is equal to 2 by 5 is equal to 0.4. Similarly, find out the distribution factor for 2-3 member. R23, K23 divided by K2 is equal to 3I by 10 divided by I by 5 plus 3I by 10 is equal to 6 by 10 is equal to 0.6. Then R32 is your 1 due to simply supported end. Then you have to always check at the joint, the sum of the distribution factor should come 1. Here you see R21 is you got here 0.4, and R23 you got here 0.6. So what is the sum of these two distribution factors? 0.4 plus 0.6. This is equal to 1. Always you have to check this one. The sum of the distribution factor at the joint should be 1. Then you have to go for the balancing and the carryover of the moment. First to draw the beam, two-span continuous beam. Then you draw the vertical line just below the support. Draw the vertical line below the support. Then first you write the distribution factor. First you make a block, rectangular block for 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3 and 3, 2, and you have to write first the distribution factor. R12 you have to write here in corresponding column and corresponding block 0, and R21 you have to write here 0.4, and R23 you have to write here 0.6, and R32 you have to write here 1. You got these distribution factor here 0, 0.4, 0.6 and 1. So these you have to write in corresponding column by making a rectangular box. Then you have to write the fixed end moments. Already you know what is the fixed end moments. MF12 you got minus 62.5, and MF21 you got plus 62.5. Then MF23 you got minus 93.75, and MF32 you got plus 93.75. So these are the fixed end moments. But here, when the end is simply supported, so you know what is the final moment at the simply supported end. So what is the final moment at that end? 0, you know, because if the end is simply supported, then the moment at the end is your 0. So first you start from that joint, because here you see the end 3 is simply supported. So here the moment you know 0. So what you have to do here? First you have to take the balancing of joint 3. So first you start from the simply supported end. First you balance that moment and take carryover to the other end of the member. First you take this one. So first you will start from joint 3. Balance and carryover of joint 3. Balance and carryover of joint 3. So here you see this is the moment 93.75, and when you will balance this moment at joint 3, so 93.75 into 1, and you have to put in opposite sign. So this is the unbalanced moment at joint 3. What is the unbalanced moment? 93.75, and what is the distribution factor here? 1. So this moment you have to multiply with this distribution factor, and you have to put in opposite sign. 93.75 into 1, and that you have to put minus 93.75. Then after balancing this joint, then the half of this moment you have to carry over to the other end of the members. Carry over the half of this moment to this side, other end of the member. This is minus 46.88. Then after balancing and carry over of joint 3, then you draw one line and you take the sum of all the moment. Then you take sum of all the moment. Here minus 62.5, here you write minus 62.5, here this is plus 62.5, plus 62.5, and here you take the sum of these two moment, minus 93.75, minus 46.88. This is minus 140.63, and here you know plus 93.75, and this is minus 93.75. After taking the sum of these two moments, this is you got 0. You know what is the moment at the simply supported end. that is your 0. So here you got, after balancing the joint 3, so you got the moment here is your equal to 0. This is the total moment. Then you go for the other joints. First you take the balancing of the simply supported end, then you go for the balancing of other joints. Here you got, this is the moment, then balance the other joints, then balance the other joints, then you go for joint 1 or support 1. So here this is the moment, unbalanced moment, and you have to multiply this moment to the distribution factor. You have to multiply this moment with this distribution factor, and you have to put here minus 62.5 into 0. This is 0. Then what is the net moment at the joint 2? What is the net moment at joint 2? Net moment here, this side is your 62.5 and this side the moment is minus 140.63. So this is the net moment, 62.5 minus 140.63. Then you have to multiply this net moment into with 0.4, and you have to put in opposite sign here, because here you see this is 62.5 minus 140.63. So here what you will get the net moment in negative sign. When you are balancing this moment, so you have to put the opposite sign. So what is the moment you got here, the net moment or unbalanced moment, that you have to multiply with the distribution factor, and you have to put in opposite sign here. Similarly, what is the unbalanced moment you got at joint 2? So this moment you have to multiply with 0.6, and you have to put here in opposite sign. And the sum of these two moments is equal to the unbalanced moment. Here you will take, here you are taking, this is positive, and here the unbalanced moment is a negative. This should be same. And already this is your balanced. At the simply supported end, already this is balanced. Then what is the next step? Then you have to go for the carryover. So here you have to take the carryover of half the moment, and here you take carryover of half the moment. But this side the carryover is not required, because already the joint 3, the moment you got here 0. Already after balancing joint 3, you got the moment at the simply supported end is 0. So here no need to take the carryover. Here this moment will not carry over to this side. Only when the end is fixed, and always you have to carry over the moment to the fixed end. But there is no need of carry over the moment to the simply supported end. So here this moment will carry over to this side, 31.25 by 2, and here this is 15.63, and here this is the moment 0, and this moment will carry over to this side is 0. This moment will carry over to this side is 0. Then after carry over the moment, then you have to go for the again balance. So here you see 15.63 into 0, 0, and here also 0. So 0 into 0.40, and here also 0, and here already this is balanced. So this is then after balancing the joint 1 and 2, then there is no need to go for the another cycle, because here you got everyone is your 0. Here this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, and this is already balanced you got here. Then you have to take the sum of all the moments. Here you see you start from the total moment, because this is the total. After balancing the joint 3, you got this is the total moment. So from the total moment, you take the sum and find out what is the final moments. Here you see this is minus 62.5 and this is 15.63. So what is the sum of these two moments? This is minus 46.87. And here this is 62.5 and this one is 31.25. So what is the total moment here? Plus 93.75. And here minus 140.63 plus 46.88. So what is the total moment? This is minus 93.75. And here already you got this is 0. This is you have to put 0. So these are the final moments. Then after getting the final moment, you go for the check of joint 2. So what is the moment at the joint 2? The sum of the moments should be 0. So this side you got plus 93.75 and this side you got minus 93.75. So the sum is equal to 0. Then you have to give the direction of the moment. Here this is negative means anti-clockwise. Here this is anti-clockwise, and here you got this is positive and this is clockwise, and here this is negative, this is anti-clockwise, and here this is 0. These are the moment. M1 to this one, M1 to minus 46.87 kilonewton meter, M21 plus 93.75 kilonewton meter, M23 minus 93.75 kilonewton meter, M3 to 0. Then just find out the free bending moment. Already we got in previous problem, maximum positive moment at midpoint of 1, 2 is equal to WL by 4, 100 into 5 by 4, 125 kilonewton meter. And maximum positive moment at midpoint of 2, 3, WL square by 8, 20 into 7.5 square by 8 is equal to 140.63 kilonewton meter. So these are the positive moment. Then you have to draw the bending moment diagram. Here you got 46.87, and here you got 93.75 at support 2, and here the moment is 0. So this is the negative moment diagram. And for pre-PMD, so this is the positive moment diagram, and here 125 kilonewton meter, and here this is parabolic 140.63 kilonewton meter. This is positive moment diagram, and this is negative moment diagram. Then this portion is cancel each other, the more positive negative, and here this portion is cancel each other, positive negative, and the remaining portion, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, and this is positive. So this is the final bending moment diagram of continuous beam. Then you have to find out what is the maximum positive moment. Here you know that how to find out this one, and here also you have to find out what is the maximum positive moment. You have to find out, and you have to write here what is the maximum positive moment. Then you have to draw the shear force diagram. So for shear force you have to take individually span 1, 2 and individually span 2, 3. And you have to take the external loading and the moment, and you have to find out first the reaction. Then after getting the reaction, R1, R2 and R3, then you have to find out the shear force at different positions. Then after knowing the shear force at different position, then you can draw the shear force diagram. So this is all about the analysis of two-span continuous beam. When one end is fixed and other end is simply supported, and this is the bending moment diagram, and you have to draw the shear force diagram. So this is all about the analysis of two-span continuous beam using the moment distribution method.